Here, this is where it's getting interesting. So Khomeini, it was his son, I think, or his grandson is now considered their supreme leader, but apparently the son he's in a hospital bed. He doesn't even know what he's doing. He's so messed up. Well, people have been looking into this, and here are some of the ties coming out between them and the city of London. And so many people are like, why'd we go into Iran? And Trump is doing the right thing. He's doing the right messaging, but this is the real reason. The real reason is we're taking out the deep state, the cabal, and city of London. Iran was one of their last strongholds, and it just had to be removed, had to be taken off the board. So that funding would go away, that control, that operation, they could, the way they could terrorize the Middle East, pull us into war occasionally, that is all being taken away. And they're losing a massive amount of power as this falls apart. Here's major money ties between City of London and Khomeini's. Son of Iran's supreme leader, Mojtaba Khomeini, has investment properties in London. How does that even make sense when this has been, Iran has been one of the most sanctioned, cut off countries in the world. Terrorist states, largest state sponsor of terror. We with NATO have supposed to be cutting them off. And yet we're letting this guy, this criminal, this part of the regime, that Ayatollah Khomeini is one of the great evil men in the world, one of the big bad guys in the world. We're letting his son get investment properties in London. Are you kidding me? He was selected as new supreme leader. They have a property empire in London. Of course they do. That's how they're bought. The connections, guys. It's their reward for doing City of London's bidding. Their financial holdings, front companies managing their family's wealth, not registered in Tehran, registered in the Isle of Man, St. Kitts, Commonwealth realm, and the Caribbean. There's a Commonwealth everywhere. Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the islands. Oh, man. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Realm in the Caribbean, recognized King Charles head of state, both places connect to City of London. All Khomeini money goes back to City of London. Royal family also had off the books money flows with Saudi Arabia. Arms deals could be traced to 9/11 participants. At Saudi Arabia, Trump cut that out in 2017. Britain's been financing Islamic terrorism for decades. Iran is London's business model. You know who created the Muslim Brotherhood? MI6. Do you understand? Starmer and the King stand with Muslims' Islamic regime. All roads lead to London. We're watching collapse of the old guard in real time. By the way, Promethean Action, killer video on all this. You should go watch them with Susan Kokinda. This guy, John Conrad, biggest ship owner conference in North America right now. I live in a very liberal town in Massachusetts. I've never seen worse cases of TDS in my life. The London shipping cabal is pissed. People are seeing it. People are waking up. I love it. I love it. This guy today goes after President Trump, calls him out for all this stuff as if Iran is so much tougher. I'm not going to read it. It's all nonsense. But I went and looked at his profile, and look what I found. My time as an MI6 spy inside Al-Qaeda, ex-banker. I mean, are you kidding me? Once you see it, you can't unsee it, guys. It's everywhere. City of London, MI6, the bankers. I mean, if you don't see it, I don't know what to tell you. It's wild, the connections here. And Trump is, so this means that when Trump threatens Iran, when he's taking out Iran, it's really about them. The Ayatollahs, Khomeini, the regime, that's City of London, guys. That's what we're taking out right now. It's not what everybody thinks it is. And it's another reason all these people who are putting out all the psyops right now, okay, whether we got dragged into Israel's war, Iran didn't do anything to us. If they don't mention connections to London and if they're touting Iran, it kind of tells you all you need to know. They're either grifting for their own money or they're operatives. They're paid off by somebody to promote this. And that's why I call out these people so much. Now, Tom Luongo did this excellent post today breaking down a lot of what's going to happen. So let me read through this. It says, if this is true, a big if, and that is real quick. Breaking, Iran gives Europe and the Gulf a choice. Any Arab or European nation expels the ambassadors of Israel and the U.S. from its territory will have full authority and freedom to pass through the state of Hormuz. So Iran's trying to wheel and deal with the Europeans, okay, and Middle Eastern countries. Luongo writes this: if this is true, anyone who thinks this is Iran's leverage point didn't think it through 1 ounce of secondary efforts, how that would play into Trump's hand. Any nation withdrawing its ambassadors over this to placate Iran would unleash the following. Trump could literally declare war on them. That would mean at minimum freezing their Forex reserves held in the U.S., cessation of interest payments on their debt, and possibly canceling that debt, because this would be casus belli for Trump. In other words, if any of these states, even if it's UK or France or Spain, if any of them do this where they cast out our ambassadors so that they can move their oil through Iran, their ships through the Strait of Hormuz, if any of them do it, it's a declaration of war, and we can cancel our debt with them. All trade embargoed immediately. Who owns the biggest chunk of that debt directly and through its central bank? London. What collateral does the Bank of England have at that point? ROGC's closure of the straits. So whatever IRGC, that's the Islamic or the Iranian Guard. Second lieutenant come up with this idea, made it a threat no one could back them up on. And that to me says this is desperation time, not we're in control time. Strait being closed is their only leverage at this point. This is 100% true. Iran has nothing else but the Strait of Hormuz right now. If the Strait of Hormuz wasn't an issue, nobody could say anything about this operation at all, except that how massively successful it is. It is the only point of leverage they have. And that's the only problem Trump's still trying to figure out. Other than that, it's just waiting them out until they give up or until the people overthrow the regime. That's it. If it wasn't for the Strait of Hormuz, because it does affect oil, it affects the market so much. But Trump's already dealing with that as well. He's already got oil pumping out of Venezuela faster than it was. He announced today they're going to release a little bit of the strategic reserves, which, by the way, this is when you use it. You don't use it because an election's coming up, Joe Biden or Bill Clinton, who both drained the strategic reserve, Obama. They all used it for election. Then none of them used it at a time of war. That's when you use the strategic reserves, and that's what Trump is doing right now. And then after this war is over, guys, oil is going to get so cheap in the next couple of years, it'll be unbelievable, and they'll fill it right back up. Says we can debate whether they have operational control over it or bloviating. That's fine, but once that bluff's called, what else do they have? They just offered Trump's enemies the one weapon they can't use without handing the leverage back to him. It's 100% true. This is full desperation. Trying to get the European countries even to turn against U.S., that's wild. And it shows you, like, if Iran is throwing out that battle cry, they're in a very, very bad place. Not supersonic missiles coming out of the ground to blow us up. I can't believe people believe that nonsense.